Namaskar and a very warm greetings from Vidya and from India to all of you. I am greatly honored to be a keynote speaker at this excellent international conference, connecting local communities and service initiatives through global networking. Let us dream 2020, a Triennial International Virtual Conference. Greetings from India and from Vidya to all of you. My name is Rashmi Misra and I am the founder and chairperson of a non-profit called VIDYA, Integrated Development for Youth and Adults, shortens to VIDYA, a non-profit that is working for the last 35 years to educate, empower and transform children, youth and women. I bring you a short PPT to bring you to VIDYA, to share our work, our ethos, our effort and our work. So enjoy. I hope you enjoyed that PPT and it is wonderful that I could bring you to Vidya. I have a story to share with you. A story about a young boy, a shepherd boy called Bhadrasen. He grew up in the Himalayas where this is where only the apple country and shepherds, where there is no proper school for these children. And Bhadrasen saw someone building a dam near his home and these were engineers, and when he inquired, he was fascinated and he said, I want to be an engineer. But nobody would ever encourage him. So out of complete frustration, he ran away from home, came to a big city of New Delhi, the capital of India, and got a job as a household help with a small family, and begged her and said, pleaded and said, can you send me to school? I'd like to be an engineer. She laughed at him too because she knows how it is impossible, a story. But she sent him to school, but only up to class 5. In class 6, nobody would look at him. So he came and stood in front of me one morning and he said, you think you can make me an engineer? And I saw that his eyes were full of, full of interest. He was so keen, he was so thirsty to become an engineer. So actually Vidya upgraded him to class 10 and gave him 2 volunteers and gave him an opportunity to prepare for class 10 from class 5. And we said, and just then when he was finishing his 1 year of class 10, Mrs. Hillary Clinton, First Lady of America, came to visit India and came to visit Vidya. And CNN came along with her and they made a movie where this child said one sentence. He said, look, my dream is to be an engineer, but the first thing I'm going to do is open a school like Vidya in my hometown where other kids don't get an education and I have to run away from home. But the story goes further that Bhadra Sen was shown all across by CNN, and a lady called the White House, and she asked if Bhadra Sen could come to her in Portland, Oregon, and we sent him after he had finished his 10th. And the wonderful thing is he never gave up his passion or his dream, and he became a computer science engineer, and today he works for the government of LA as a senior research scientist. But what is even more interesting in the story is that he's transformed his entire community. His community of his family, which is all illiterate, today have a school. Every child goes to school, and he's established his own family and his brothers into work and business way beyond their dreams. So this is an example of a Vidya student and what is possible with the support of an education like Vidya. Like I shared with you earlier, the youth in the country has a huge dropout problem because parents are illiterate. They insist that their young boys and girls help them to raise funds, especially for the household, manage their income and not drop out of school, because in any case they don't have much support in going to school. So many of our youth, 60% almost, drop out of regular education and never complete their education. What Vidya offers is a wonderful program called National Institute of Open Schooling to give them a second chance and bring them back. So through this we have almost empowered more than 5,000 youth, and we bring them back and help them to be confident, select a career, choose their subjects, and then basically prepare them with through education soft skills to make them job ready and employable. And we had excellent results. They get so inspired, and this age group is 15 to 50 that we bring back into this bracket called the NIOS, the National Open School. And we have programs across every city in Delhi, Bombay and Bangalore with outstanding results. These youth then also become leaders of their communities because we drive in them what we call a youth forum that changes their whole attitude, and they would like to be the change agent, the change makers for their community. They see the problems, they live in the slums, they see the problems that they're facing, and we empower them to do that. That's part of our training. And it's actually incredible to see how this leadership shapes up. And for example, many of them could not ever share with their parents what their real aspiration was. For example, a young boy called Chandan, and he kept sharing with us. And we have a beautiful open atmosphere where the teacher becomes the counselor, the friend, the guide, the philosopher, not just the teacher. So they feel free and open to share their needs and their desires. So this Chandan wanted to be a sports person, and he was always denied that. Today he's coaching kids and doing very well in school itself. Similarly, we have what is called we have beautiful 1,000 kids in Mumbai who are part of a youth project and youth forum. And there's a young boy called Dheeraj, and his dream was to become a professional boxer. And we've actually made that dream come true. And yes, last year he won the WBC championship in Bangkok, and today he's now training others in boxing. This dream would have never been realized without Vidya. So similarly, we have students who can go back after doing their 10th and 12th directly from 6th standard, 5th standard, 8th standard, straight completing their class 10th and 12th and going into regular courses, becoming engineers, becoming MBAs, becoming the whole lot, the whole possible thing. So this is the beauty of our youth, and our youth really enjoy and want to scale what they do, and they have an excellent attitude towards their sisters in the community. They fight for the right things, and they stand out as little Vidya leaders in the making. So we are very proud of them. Well, let's talk about women in India. As you know, women have been very neglected. They never get a chance to get an education, especially those who come from the poor sectors of villages, slums. Many of the villages have immigrated to the cities to try and earn money. Who's the most neglected? The women. They're only 29% of the labor force, down from 35% in 2004. Many are doing work and are paid much less than their counterparts, their male counterparts. They are half of India's women do not have a bank account or a savings, and 60% have no asset in their names. 60% of our women have no asset in their names. They also have a great physical insecurity, and the rate of crime against women stands at 53.9% in India. Only 1 out of every 4 women working is looking for work. 14%. Only 14% of India's businesses are run by women, often unlettered, malnutrition, and live in areas of inadequate sanitation. They survive on less than 10,000 rupees a month. They face additional challenges. They are discriminated against, and often with abusive marriages, unaware of women's child's health and rights. Many of the non-educated husbands don't like their women even to be educated, and especially this has been the problem for us. But what Vidya has done, and we are empowering 2,500 women at present, that we believe in changing all this by bringing women to our centers, offering them an education of basic English, our local language, Hindi, Marathi, Kannada, IT skills, and life skills. And that's how we start. And we actually give them also a chance to be confident, a chance to be able to learn several vocational training skills so that they can stand on their own, build their capacity, build their confidence, and enable them to break the poverty cycle. We conduct employability training, certification for their IT training, give them a lot of adult literacy, numeracy skills, and prepare them for entrepreneurship. At present, we have several self-help groups run by the women themselves, and also give them an additional adult literacy and domestic abuse work on those areas so they can stand on their own 2 feet. Usha, for example, is one of our students who went through the beauty course, and today she's earning 50,000 rupees a month. It's completely changed her status at home. Her mother-in-law and her husband have respect for her. Similarly, we have Ambuja, who is a training in tailoring facility in Vidya. And today she says, I found my life, I found my freedom, and I can now enjoy my destiny, which I could never do before. So this is the rate of our this is how we have managed to bridge that gap. Many of our women are leaders in their communities. When we allow them this opportunity, it's amazing how much courage that they have to handle their husbands, communities, and stand up as leaders in their community. They're now fighting for water. They're writing letters once they're literate to the government that, why are we not getting this facility? Why don't we have a cleaner village? So this is what Vidya has done. And this is our effort. It has been successful.
watch through here.
My God. कितना प्यारा दिख रहा है, इतना सा. उसके स्पॉट्स भी दिख रहे हैं, केटर्स. वाओ.
I hope you enjoyed that lovely video of our children and our work. It shares so much with you. And what I'd like to end with, to share with you, our most amazing project is the VIDYA School Gurgaon. It is a school built on 5 acres, 78,000 square feet, which accommodates over 1,200 children in the CBSE accredited school in English medium, which is our best school, which is a program that runs across the country. It's one of the best boards. And our children are doing exceedingly well. There are children who are first generation learners who are part of the school. We give them a full day education. They have lunch in school. We provide them with all facilities. They have excellent computer labs. We have, we do a Khan Academy every afternoon with them. We provide them a chance to learn robotics, music, dance, theatre, build their confidence, teach them life skills and all their subjects. So the results of this school have been outstanding. Every child goes to college from the school. Considering they're first generation learners, it's a break in the entire family. They speak impeccable English and they're capable of, they are leaders in the making. They ask me, many of them walk up to me and says, you know ma'am, you've educated us. We now can stand on our own 2 feet. We can get a job. But how do we change India? And I'm so proud of the fact that they think like that. No 16-year-old across the world would ever talk like that. What I want to share with you, we have a 0 dropout rate from the school. 100% of our children go to university. 25% of them qualify Mensa. They're extremely bright children. And they are not only coming to school and worrying about themselves, but they're actually leaders of their community. They're fighting for the environment. We grow our own vegetables. We do it's a green school. We do rainwater harvesting, and in everything our children are involved. So then, of course, as they're graduating, they're going to the best university of the country. There is Vikram, who's studying at NIT, who's now planning to go to the US to study further. NIT is an engineering university, and so they are scientists. They want to be. They're athletics. Girls are doing exceptionally well as well. So there's no shortage of that. What our ideas for the future are that, like the Vidya School Gurgaon, we'd like to create at least 3 more schools in the next 3 years. We already started on one school in Bangalore, and that's on the cards already. But besides that, we're also looking at how every student of Vidya can be mentored. And for that, we appeal to you. If you'd like to mentor a child in Vidya, please visit our website and register in what is called the Mitra program, the mentoring program. We like to scale our vocational training to make sure that we can include many more vocational training skills for our children, youth, and our women. We're looking to set up a digital library. Also, looking at partners who will support our Tech Fest as well as our STEAM Fest robotics training program, partnership with universities, with schools, with other NGOs, and also look at integrated technology assistance learning across all our projects. We work with arts, music, dance, theatre, and that is what we would love more partners for. And in implementing data-driven improvements across the organization and the workforce. The pandemic has hit us all very hard. It has been, as you saw in the film, Vidya has achieved a lot in the pandemic. It has worked with almost 10,000 communities and slums, helping not only our own children and their families, but beyond that, their communities and beyond that. And our children have been a participant in that. But going forward, what our greatest need would be is to get phones and laptops or whatever we can provide for our children. Pandemic is not ending in the next future, but our children's education is at stake. They have share one phone a family. So with your help, you can help us raise funds or share with us how we can get at least 1,000 phones and laptops for our children. It will completely change their future. But more than anything else, what we want to share that we are delighted that we are connected to you. Please let us know if there's anything that we can share more with you. Come and visit us once the pandemic is over. Get involved in Vidya in whatever way you can. And we're wishing you all the very best in the future. And thank you so much for this opportunity to talk to you today and to share my thoughts and vision. Wishing you all the best. Stay safe, stay well, and let's all work together to make a better world for our children, for our youth, for our women, and for creating a safe, beautiful, educated world and a peaceful world. Thank you so much.